Hey everybody, this is Rudy Sarzo with 6 Degrees of Sarzo right here on Monsters of Rock Radio with my special super duper guest, my dear friend and rock photographer, legendary rock photographer, Mark Weiss. Mark.
Hey, all right, here we are.
You know, we're like halfway in their conversation, and there's so much more that I want to talk to you about that. We even touch on, for example, you're going to be at the Monsters on the Mountain. You're going to be not only shooting the bands, but you're going to be conducting seminars.
Well, I like to call it just a photo workshop experience. And what it is fans of photography and or the bands, they could come and sign up, and I would have a home base. I would do a little Q&A, a little bit of talking about, how I became a photographer, give them a slideshow, and then really give them a hands-on experience on how to shoot bands and kind of how I did it, and then throw them in the pit, literally,
Really? So they get to be in the pit right next to you to shoot.
Yeah, probably I won't be in the pit because I'll be at the home base, but I'm going to send them on assignments because there's so many great bands playing. And then what I'm going to have is an area where I'm going to have a studio set up. So during the day, I'm going to have some of the bands come over. I'm going to shoot them, and I'm going to show these photographers that are going to learn how I do it, and then put the camera in their hand and let them shoot these rock stars.
That's an incredible experience. I mean, this is like going to like a crash course on iconic rock photography, with the subjects being the actual bands, with you conducting it. This is incredible. How do I sign up? If I wasn't playing, I would be signing up for this.
Well, we're working on the details now. It's kind of taking some shape right now, but basically we're going to have like a 1-day package and then a 2-day and a 3-day, since there's 3 shows. So the first day it's going to be where, you go to Monsters on the Mountain, and we'll have the details there. So there'll be a button that will say, click here for photo workshop with the WEISSGUY, the WEISSGUY workshop experience. And we'll have some options for everyone, and it's at the end of the day, if you go for the VIP 3-day full workshop, I'm going to actually show you how to get your own photo passes in any town USA where you live, by starting up your own blog, starting up social media, and how easy it really is to do all of this. And I'm not saying it's easy, but it's doable. All you need is passion and drive, and that's it, and be a good photographer. And good photography is just learning the ropes and learning what to do, what not to do, how to do it, how to get along with people, how to make the right call to the publicist, who to do it. So I'm really gonna train a lot of people. And what's going to be great about this is I have my rockscenemagazine.com site, and I'm going to be posting their galleries on their own page, and that be part of my. So we're basically recruiting photographers. We're turning this Rock Scene magazine into pretty much a blog around the country of different bands playing and performing. So it's kind of you can step on board, and it's almost like an apprenticeship.
That's an incredible opportunity. I mean, any photographer, listen, if you're not even a rock photographer, meaning that you might not even like the bands that are going to be participating for whatever reason, you might be into a whole different genre of music, the opportunity to learn from Mark Weiss, that's a once in a lifetime. But have you done this event before?
I haven't done it, but I'm really excited about it. And one of the things I'm going to do is, because being a studio photographer, it's kind of easy. It's not easy, but to shoot one person in front of a background. But you have to take command of it. You got to direct. You got to, to do those, get the feeling across. You can't just have them stand there, and you got to talk and converse. So I'm going to have like little ear pods. So if they're having a hard time positioning them, I'm going to kind of say, all right, tell Rudy to move to the left a little bit, and tell him that you think he's cute or something, something funny, or just kind of get a reaction. So I'm going to be teaching them how to stir up reactions, how to take photos in the studio, and let them do it. And then I will we'll download the pictures on the course of the day. It's an all day thing, all day, all night, in between things. And then I will download it. While they're going on their next assignment to shoot a live band, I'll be looking at their photographs, and I'll be, pulling out the good ones and showing them how to edit, so it's kind of going back and forth. It's very limited amount of people. I'm not really sure how many each day I'm going to get in there. Probably I'd say 10 would be safe. But I'll be at a home base, probably by an area where I'll have my books, because I'm going to be I'm going to have a gallery, and I'm going to have my books for sale that I'll be signing as well. So it's going to be a first-time event, and I'm hoping to take this on the road to bands like Quiet Riot. Even can you imagine if you were playing in a theater and you have your VIP meet and greets? This could be another step up. Have me come in and have them shoot you guys, if there's time permitting.
Absolutely. I mean, we always look forward, to, as a matter of fact, you did a shoot with us a few months ago, even before I even did my first show with Quiet Riot. Right. Yeah, we did that in LA. It was, we did that over at a rooftop, and then I just saw you maybe a month ago. We came in. I happened to be in town, and for the Alice Cooper golfing event, and there you were, and you guys were great. Really amazing. It's the visuals now, the digital imagery in back. It just makes every band larger than life, and it really caps it. It's been 41 years since I first played with Ozzy, and that was my first time on a professional world stage. And every time we had somebody like yourself shoot us, I would learn something, like what not to do next time. So by 41 years later, if I see somebody, let's say I see you in the pit, I'm going to not necessarily pose, but I'm going to pay attention to you. I'm going to give you a shot. I'm going to be looking at you. What I do is I look at the lens and I look right through it, and I put myself on the paper, and I am actually thinking about how that photo is going to come out. It doesn't guarantee that it's going to be like that, but that's what I do. I just vision myself, okay, this is the photo that you're going to capture. What do you look for when you shoot live versus, because you were just talking about shooting artists, bands in the studio, where you have more control? Once they're on stage, you're pretty much at the mercy of their own performance.
I just look at it as a fan. I'm looking through my camera as just enjoying the music and everything. And I'm really using my peripheral vision to see what's going on with the next guy. So I might have it honed in on the singer, but I'll have my eye on the guitar player because I think there's a guitar something coming up. And then it's all about the lighting as well. I only go to where there's good light, and I always look for some kind of stream of light that's a little bit different because, I like my photographs to stand out, and it's really all about capturing the moment, and with a combination of the lighting and the vibe of the artist. And once in a while, like you said, connecting with the artist on a one-on-one is always something special.
I was a mass communication major in school. So one of the things that I learned was blocking, cameras, especially during we studied radio, television, and motion pictures production. But what I did mostly was television. You're studying television, how to work the camera and lighting a set and all of that. So when I walk in for the first time to play with Ozzy, and I saw that the usual 300 park cans that we used to have on stage back in 40 years ago. Now the lighting rigs are very different. But one of the things that I noticed that we did not have in the TV studio in my college was the atmospherics. you have like either they would introduce fog, or back in the day you could actually smoke during a show. You smoke cigarettes, So you have, especially if you're playing in a theater and it's proscenium stage, which actually contains anything that happens on stage, whether it's fog or the dust, because heavy metal bands are known for bringing down the dust from the rafters in theaters. So it starts almost like snowing, and that comes through the gels from the lights. But we're talking about park cans. Nowadays, they're LED lights, and they're colder, and they don't have the penumbra that the old-fashioned lights used to have. I think there were more vibe to them.
Yeah, I guess it's as a performer, you would be the one to feel that. With me, more light the better, and now with digital, that's almost the background now. And a lot of times when the backlighting isn't as strong, it kind of goes into kind of blackness. So if you have black hair and there's not enough black light on your hair, it kind of fades. So I now use big digital screens as a plus. So I always position myself, I don't like to wait. I don't like to just stand there. I like to I'll go so the background works with you, and it's just all about lighting. And for me, the more the merrier with lighting.
We were supposed to talk about in this segment about you working with Quiet Riot for the first time, but we didn't get there. But we'll do it when we come back on the next segment. You're listening to 6 Degrees of Sarzo right here on Manchester Rock Radio, where rock lives.